Hello everyone and welcome back. We are in the next episode of Casting My Climb. So let's look at the teams for now. We got for the Radiant side, in position 1, we got the Vengeful Spirit. Position 5 is going to be the Skywrath Mage. Mid laner is going to be mid laner. We got Venomancer as the off laner and Jakiro as the support. On the Dire side, we do have the Lion, who's the position... Is he the mid laner? I'm not too sure right now. I do know Lifesteal is going to be the position 1. Timbersaw is the off laner. Grimstroke is the position 5. What was that? I didn't even see that. Well, have supports, hey? So that's why he was weird with this whole thing. Okay, interesting. I was wondering why he was the way he was during most of the game, and then I just don't know. But hey, Timbersaw gets stunned up there by the magic missile. It's quite a bit of a push there, but not really much about that. Jakiro took a bit of damage. I mean, I respect what he says, but that's just old knowledge, to be honest, because right now Vengeful is pretty much a good position 1 right now. Timber's going pretty low already there. It goes down to the Vengeful Spirit's Silence is trying to hold up as much as he can. Right now Lifesteal tries to get in there as well. Sustains himself quite a bit. Gets slowed up a bit there. Oh, actually the stun goes through there. Lifesteal is dropping pretty low, but they can't finish the job there. So 1-0 up for the Radiant side. We'll see how this one develops further out of this one, because right now the Radiant are in the lead. If we go over, I think that should be here. Yes, here it is. Wonderfully done. We are getting better at this now. The Silence is sitting around looking for some opportunity. Timbersaw did go down for the first blood there. Gave it over to the Vengeful Spirit, which is a pretty good situation. Then on top of the Silencer, Timber gets a bit on top of it, and Silence dropping pretty low there. One auto's missing, but Venge couldn't overstay her welcome there, really, there. Otherwise, that would have been a death already. You get there. And that's kind of like the situation we kind of have to look at right now. Grimstone is, as I said, the position 5. Takes a bit of damage from the Veno. Is in a pretty nice spot. Yeah, okay, Lion was the mid laner, though. That I wasn't too sure about, but I mean, Lion is kind of a bit of a wrecking ball sometimes. But as I said, very old-fashioned from the Skywrath to complain about supports. I didn't even realize it during the match because I was kind of focused on playing the first time Vengeful Spirit as this position 1 player. Kind of an interesting character, to be honest, to be playing in this one. We'll talk about the items that will be important later on, because that will come up quite a bit. Stun goes out, Venge gets another kill, so 2 already for the Vengeful Spirit, so that's a good position to be in. Timbersaw already bit the dust twice. So for Lifesteal, there's kind of like a few routes you can go. You can go into the Radiance one, you can go into the Armlet, which is a good situation to go over as well, but it is what it is, honestly, right now. Grimstone gets a bit pressured here by the Venomancer. They get on top of it. Getting quite a bit of damage there already. Lifesteal is looking for some more slaps in here, quite a bit. But yeah, okay. Lifesteal's taking quite a bit of damage here as well. Has to use his rage there just not to bite. Complete the Dust Feast is going to help him out quite a bit with this Lifesteal here. Looking for some pressure there. Ghost goes on, the Phantom goes on to the Jakiro, and he's taking quite a bit of damage, but it's kind of fine in the situation we're in right now. Lifesteal wants to go a bit aggressive there, but not much about this right now. Lifestealer still wants to go aggressive, which I'm not too sure is really the play you want to go for. However, it's kind of like right now a bit of a slow stun on top of the Silencer, but no follow-up whatsoever here. And that opens up the pressure, and this is kind of like the part about that really annoyed me about this. Skywrath, he seems like he didn't feel like the team was going to do any good in this game, which is, I mean, understandable in a way, but still not the wisest choice to go about. But that's just how some people are. Never experiment, never figure out what could work, what could not work, you know, simple things. However, right now, we're in a bit of a slower phase. We got everybody kind of trying to hit their timing. I think, if I remember correctly, Lion gets about a timing if he can hit, like, the Aghanim's. Yes, the Aghanim's, which does give him a cleave and everything, so that's kind of like a good position to be in. The shard is quite nicely as well. However, they're going for a push there. Blood Grenade comes out of there. Veno taking quite a bit of damage. The Rage is being popped here as well. Quite a bit of damage bouncing around here. Grimstroke is dropping pretty low here. And he goes down to the Veno on the side. They didn't respect the Plague Wards, and that cost them dearly here. Lina can do quite a bit of regression, honestly, about this one. Lina does not have the mana, so, well, there was no chance to go for the Light Strike Array there. Or no, not Light Strike Array, that's the ult. And Laguna Blade, Light Strike Array was the stun there. A bit off with the name sometimes still. I'm gonna get in there, Silencer goes in there, gets stunned there, quite a bit of aggression there. Silencer still holding on, gets the silence there. Venge is probably gonna drop now as well. Gets hit there, now Timber goes with the Whirling Death, and that is him picking up that kill. The Silencer looking for some pressure here, but not really much about it. Lifesteal has to be very careful. Interesting pickup by the Lion there, just going for the Tranquility Boots. I mean, he does have his mana drain, so it's kind of fine with that. Rizal looking for a pull here. Going in there, gets hit by the Wave of Terror, but not really much about that one. Timber takes quite a bit of damage, goes about down to half HP. Not really much to be done about that one. Oh, Lifesteal wants to go in there. You get on top of the Venomancer. Not really much to be done about that one. Rage is proc there as well. It just goes down to the Grimstroke, actually. Well, Timbersaw still biting a bit of an issue off of this one. Timbersaw's not having a good lane at all. I don't really think that's a great Timbersaw lane, but it's not a lane where your Timbersaw kind of... Well, he has a good CS number, so asset number, so that's kind of fine about it, but at the same time, I feel like he could be doing better. Could be doing a lot better once again. Oh, that's a lot. There misses that one, and there goes the stun, and that's another death for the Timbersaw. He's, I think, 3 deaths already? Yep. 1 and 3 for the Timbersaw. Lina's coming in from the side, has an opportunity there, throws immediately out the Laguna Blade, and Skywrath picks up the kill. Venge takes quite a bit of damage, has to walk away, but there is the Finger of Death, just a dead Vengeful Spirit there. A bit of an overextension, I would say, on the part of the Vengeful Spirit, to be honest. Should have not gone there. Jakiro's stepping out a bit too much as well. Does get quite a good amount of fire off there, but not enough really to sustain himself there. And right now, Lifesteal are just farming up, going for the phase boots, if I see that correctly. Should be the phase boots, wants to go a bit aggressive there. A bit of an interesting part to go about, honestly. Another spikes there from that Lion there, but not really much else about this, really. As I said, not the best farm here. A lot of damage being put on top of that. Stun on top of the Timbersaw. Tries to chain out of there. Managed to get away barely, though. And they're trying to extend the pressure here, but oh, Lion's just getting a lot of these out of here. I don't really know what the Lina's trying to do in this case right now. Yeah, well, Danner's runes did spawn bot side, but nobody's really going for it yet. Double chains, Grimstroke trying to create some pressure here. They do get on top of the Jakiro. Jakiro does get a bit of liquid fire out of there. That poison puts down the Grimstroke. Lifestealer has to watch his lane mate bite the dust once again. 8 30 about on the clock right now, and it's 7-3 for this Radiant team, so they're in a good position to keep on the pressure here. We'll see how this one keeps going right now, and there is not really much you can say about this game right now, where I would say, okay, quite a bit of play here, and right now it's a bit of an even one. Grimstroke comes in there, gets on top of the Chikiro. Silence is not in a great position. Gareth puts down that one. The Silence goes out of there and barely survived there for the Vengeful Spirit, and this is really, I feel like, the issue that I was having with the Vengeful Spirit. I get some pressure on the game, but just not enough there. Finger of Death. Lion picks up a second one, and he's going to go for the Blink Dagger next, so he is going to go a bit aggressive there. Poison on top of Lifesteal. Lifesteal has to be careful. Goes for the feast there. Okay, quite a bit of damage. Lifesteal is still holding on there. Venno is not looking good with this one. Taking quite a bit of damage from the Grimstone. From the Blood Grenade comes out on the Lifesteal as well. Venomancer did get the boots done though. The wand being put out there. Lifesteal is not in a good position though. Does survive this wolf. Looks like it right now. One more shot. No, does not survive that. A bit of a surprise there. I thought he would survive that. He didn't. That's actually a mega surprise. Gear tries to get some pressure onto the Grimstroke, who is not in a bad position, gotta say, right now. Silencer's not looking good, though, gotta say. Timbersaw really not looking good in this game right now. Timbersaw is 1-3, still 3-2 only on that Venge, which, I mean, is a bit of an issue, honestly. Lion is 2 levels up on Lena. This is not a good position to be in if you're the Lena right now, because of 2 more levels, and then he gets another ult upgrade, and then Lion can really start hampering the plays right now. Takes a lot of mana once again. Lightstriker Ray misses there. Kira takes a Phantom there, and not much about that one. Timbersaw is roaming. Interesting situation to be in. Timbersaw is roaming about right now. This is not a good situation to be in here, however. And Timbersaw picks up the invisibility. He's going to look for some plays here. And well, Silencer is left alone, gets stunned up there. Swap comes out of there as well. A lot is put onto that one. The swap, I feel like, was a bad play from that. Meanwhile, Venomancer picks up the Grimstroke there. Where is the Timbersaw, actually? Lifesteal is still going for a heavy dive. Is actually far behind everybody. Lifesteal is trying to do what he can. Lifestriker Ray hits the Lifestealer. Did that? I think that went into the rage. That would be very unfortunate. Timbersaw is coming around now, trying to get a surprise here on top of this one. Lifesteal is barely sustaining himself. Venomancer is holding on. Lifestriker Ray misses there, unfortunately. Lifesteal is dropping pretty low. Meanwhile, the Radiant team are just pushing in. Grimstroke comes in the Silence on top of this Vengeful Spirit, and that's a bit of an iffy situation, gotta say, right now. Grimstroke is gonna lose the tower, though. Trigger misses everybody there. Quite a bit of an aggressive play here in the mid lane, to be honest. Timbersaw going out there, throws out the Chakra. Chakra probably gets thrown out as well. Lena drops pretty low, gets stunned up there as well. So that is one. Silence is dropping low, goes down to the tower there. I don't know what that play was. Meanwhile, Timber trying to find a way out of this one. Goes out the Chakram to get more room out of this one stun. There's Skywrath comes around there, picks up the kills on a mega kill streak. And now Timbersaw still barely surviving here. Kaya now for Lena. Grimstroke dropping pretty low there, but not enough damage to put him into the ground there. And Lifesteal does not have a good time right now. He's been falling a bit off in the network in their last hit chart. Was pretty far up ahead right now. That roll now goes over to the Vengeful Spirit. They get on top of the Liquid Fire for the Grimstroke, but not enough there. The ult comes out of this while they're leashed together. This is the problem with the Grimstroke. Oh, stun on top of Skywrath. Not much for him to do there. It goes down as well. Gives over the mega kill streak to the Silencer. That Trigger Ray goes out of there, and Laguna Blade into the Rage, not a good spot to be in if you are Lina there. Feast goes out there, so he's got some control over there. I don't know. Feast, or no, the name was not Feast. Consume, I think? I don't see it right now because the Lifestealer is still inside. You can't look that up. You can see kind of how everything went about. Now we can look at it. What is it? It's called Infest. I was wrong there. Specialist Array for the Vengeful Spirit helps out with jungling quite a bit, so it's a good item timing. I'm not too sure what this Lifestealer is still going to check here. Is getting pressure quite a bit. Lifestealer is going to go for the Radiant, so that's going to be the next item up there. That's going to be his first item spike. It'll become very interesting how that develops out of there because there's some so with how the Lina's playing could be quite nicely. There is the Lion who puts her down with a finger. Lion is so Lifestealer going for Radiance does cause a bit of problem because the Lina's going more. She does have a Kaya, but you have seen her going for more auto attacks, and 2 Laguna Blades already into the Rage is not a good spot to be in. Gyrath is pretty far forward, and that's probably going to be him going down as well there. Not really much about that one, and Lifestealer is happy to pick up another kill. Timber still not having a good time, honestly. Picks up a regen rune, helps him out quite a bit. I do. Oh yes, yes, Skyrath. Ah yeah, Skyrath is... Holy moly, I didn't see that during the game. Skyrath has tilted off the face of the earth. Walks into 4, blames the team. Nice. And I thought I was playing the vengeful one of that pairing. Skyrath is... I don't know what he's doing. You know what, at the start, now as I saw the first one, I thought, you know what, maybe he's memeing. But no, he's not. He's absolutely fucking not. Swap in there on the Timber Saw, have an opportunity, stunned up there, Wave of Terror comes out there as well. Timber goes down to that one, they do pick up the Skyrath there, feast on that one, and Timber gets that one kill on Silencer gets on the Skyrath, and Lion picks up the Vengeful. Grimstroke is gonna die. Not idiot. What? Oh well. I would say right now I made a few mistakes in this game. I should not be at 4 and 3 right now. That's something I should have not gone for. Next item is gonna be the Yasha, which is pretty funny, and yeah, I did buy a second one. New beauty, what? Skyrath has tilted off the face of the earth, and Timber is just pouring oil on this fire. Okay. I didn't see that. I mean, I think that's probably because of the anonymous mode, which I play the games most of the time in, because I want to have it for the casts. That's probably why I didn't see it, but I'm quite surprised right now. Gotta be honest. Skyrath is an interesting fella. Yasha is an important pickup right now to get, and then I should be going into Aghanim's if I remember correctly. I'm not 100% sure, but the Aghanim's is one of the more important items for Vengeful here. Oh, Lion goes a bit aggressive there, goes for the Hex, gets a pickup onto the Lina. Is the poison going to be enough? I think it is. Yes, Lion bites the dust, and 633 go over to the Veno, and I feel like that's quite a good exchange for the Veno. I'm going to be honest, I kind of lost where I'm standing in the game right now. Yeah, I'm pushing actually the bottom tower with the team. Taking a bit of damage there. Grimstroke is going to come around here soon. Lancer's there as well, so there's going to be quite a bit of an aggressive play that they can go for here. They get a good setup, they can do a lot with this one. But it looks like that's not going to be the case. Really TP in there from the Lions, so they have their playmaker around right now. They're going to clear out the wave, which is probably the wisest choice you can really go for right now, because the Vengeful Spirit is in a good position right now. You don't really want to contest that much. And there's the Aghanim's. The Aghanim's is going to be one of the most important pickups for the Venge. Venge gets picked up once again there. Oh, good ult there from Skywrath. Lion is barely holding on there. Goes down. Gets the finger off still at the end and kills off the Vengeful Spirit, but doesn't get the kill. Silencer picks that one up. Lion's not in good position here right now. So is kind of aggressive and gets a pick off on the Jakiro, and that's a bit of a surprise as well. So we're about 19-15 into this matchup right now, and it's 17-17. It's a very interesting position to be in. Both teams holding up quite nicely here. Not really much of a lead right now for either team right now. Radiant's still not there for the lifesteal. That's going to be a big timing right now. The Timber's going to go for the Yasha. So he's going to actually wants Blink Dagger first. I mean, it makes sense kind of. You want to blink and then just have some good Timber chains off to throw a Chakra and Whirling Death and everything. Makes kind of sense. Dead Lifesteal is going to go for that one. Kaya is going to be there, so Kaya and Yasha is going to be the next pick up there. And I'm going to be honest, I don't really know how to really play well versus the Grimstroke. Lionize the tower makes a bit of sense, opens up a lot more for this Radiant team as well. Oh yeah, by the way, Skywrath is just sitting in the bot lane here, just sitting around, doing nothing. I mean, he is salty, that's what we know actually about the game right now. Oh, Grimstroke gets on top of the Lina, but Lina, as the Shadow Blade gets out of dodge there, just Chakram thrown towards the Skywrath, but not really much about it. And we are seeing slowly but surely moving up, so we are about at the 20-minute mark, so we're gonna go for the net worth. We see Venge on top, then Venom following, and then we got the Lifestealer Lion combo. Makes quite a bit of sense, to be honest. I really don't get the Skywrath in this game, but I don't think I'm supposed to get him. The Skywrath does have a disconnect now, so that's that. Throws out a bit there. Good silence there. Really nicely played there. They stun her up, take out the Lina as well. Lifestealer doesn't deal with that fight that he has the Radiance. It's quite a bit of an interesting point about this one. The Lifestealer does manage to move up quite a bit. It's a good farm item. I think Lifestealer is going to try to force a bit more. We're going to go for the Sanj and Yasha next. Give you a bit more sustainability in the fight. And does probably later force me and Lina into a bad position, because we kind of have to pick up MKBs. We're honest about this game right now. Tower just goes down because Skywrath just overchases that one. Not too sure. Does he even get the Timber Saw? I'm not too sure. How much damage does it do? Not enough to put him down. And Silencer finds a double damage, not double damage, it's not called double damage anymore, unfortunately. It's an amplify damage. I love the good old times where it was double damage, but it is not anymore. And this Grimstroke hurts quite a bit, gotta be honest about that one. It doesn't have really much, but it's enough to be honest. And the Dark Portrait is very interesting. Oh, swap there from the Venge, gets on top of the Grimstroke, stun on there. Lion comes unfortunately from the side there. Skywrath throws out the ult. Doesn't hit the Lion at all there. The stun's probably going to come out in a second there. Finger comes out of there. Skywrath picks up the Grimstroke, but I don't know what the Skywrath was playing there. Skywrath played a very weird fight there. Silencer walks into Jakiro and the 3 there. And that's a pickup. So you can see the Radiance has amplified quite a bit of the damage of the Lifestealer here. Quite a bit. So it's 21-19, 3k lead right now for this Dire team, which I mean makes sense for them. They kind of have a spot they want to hit here, and Jakiro is going to pick up that bounty rune. And I mean, I'm at a point where I'm like, I should have probably gotten Aghanim's earlier. I should have hit like a 20-minute timing, to be honest about it. Because the Aghanim's is such a valuable pickup for Vengeful Spirit. Oh, Lion with another blink there gets good on top of the Chakram, thrown towards the Skywrath. Loses a lot of mana that throws out his ult, but not really much to contest there either, and goes immediately down there. Skywrath sees that Jakiro and Veno are at fault for that one. Lion jumps on top of the Jakiro, gets a spike and the Finger of Death, and that's another kill there, and it's just going well. Rage from the Lifestealer has to walk away here. Could go for an infest on the side, but I would not bank on this one right now. You can see the Dire team are slowly building up a lead. I don't think the Radiant team really have an eye out for right now. That's going to be a very interesting point. You do see that Lion and Lifestealer have moved atop of the net worth chart here, so that's going to be another point to keep in position right now. Lion jumps on top of the Veno. Veno's losing a lot of HP. Well, not losing a lot of HP, but losing a lot of mana, so that's kind of a similar statement right now. Lifestealer picks up the Arcane Rune. Not really the character you want to see really an Arcane Rune on, but rather him than anybody else, to be honest. Gang goes out there, so they have some awareness that they're there. Wouldn't say this is really the play you want to go for. Goes for another leash onto the Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit's not looking too good here, taking quite a bit of damage here. They're going in here. Finger of Death puts down the Venge completely there. Poison goes out of there. Skywrath comes in from the side. They do get a pick up there. The ult does not hit once again. I would say really pick up a Rod of Atos on this Silencer, to be honest. This Skywrath, if he doesn't have one. He actually has one. He threw it out before. Why? That's not how you play that out. Kaya on this Skywrath, and you can see the vision is very limited right now for this Radiant team, and it's not looking good. We're 25 minutes in, and it's 28 to 21, and the 6,000 gold lead is ballooning right now. I would say Skywrath. I mean, it was weird that he threw the Atos after the ult. Normally you should throw it out and then use your ult. Put somebody into a position that they can escape from, but it's a very interesting situation. So Lincoln's is up there. Quite a bit of buys here right now with Timber. Grimstroke picked up the Aghanim's. Timber picked up an item as well. What did he pick up? I think he got this the Kaya and Zanj done. And we got Lion with the Blink there and the Aghanim, so that's going to be a very interesting point of play now. Lifestealer does have the Zanj and Yash is going for Desolator now. I'm not too sure that would. I mean, I feel like they want to end this game in this moment right now. They do feel like they have a lead. They want to push towards the ending of this game, really getting themselves into a good position here. However, they are not looking bad. That's something to really keep in mind. They're doing quite well with this one. Just not enough there. Now there's the Atos with the ult there. Unfortunately, Lion was close by as well. That was a miss there. Oh, the Laguna Blade goes out of there. Lightstriker Ray as well. Lion is gone here right now. Lena's not in a great position, but Venomancer's here as well. Lena bites the dust here completely. Grimstroke has some poison here, and he's not holding up too well right now. There is the copy in there. Lifestealer now coming in from the side, trying to get on top of that one. Gets on top of the Vengeful Spirit, and Skywrath walked away from the fight and walked back in. And right now, I would say we're in an interesting position here about this now. But Lifestealer is picking up the shield rune, so he can get quite a bit of aggression here. He does have the retribution aura, and I think a lot of the enemies have this one. Oh, and this is perfect actually. Having Lifestealer as the nemesis for the position 1 is probably the best choice you can really have right now. As I said, my thought process was I was taking too many deaths in this game, and I am honest about that one because right now I'm like, yeah, I'm 5-8, so it's not going too well. Ghanems is a bit away still. That should be a quick pickup then, and then try to push every advantage you can. We're going to see how this one goes. Timbersaw running around, trying to pick something up here as well. I'd say this could become very interesting towards the middle game of this right now. So we're in the mid to sort of late game, not really the super late game, but the sort of late game. Lifesteal's in a great position. He could push this one pretty far forward. And that's going to be the part we got to look out for. Lifesteal wants to get some more aggression here. We're going to see the Kaya and Yasha for the Grimstroke as well. Grimstroke has been playing a pretty good game. Nothing to wonder about that one. There is the Aghanim's pickup for the Vengeful Spirit, and that's going to be a big part of this now. Because the Aghanim's is going to give Venge technically a second life most of the game. The only thing you have to keep in mind with this Venge copy is the caveat: you can't use items. That's the only thing you really have to keep in mind right now. You can't use items. But otherwise, it's a good position to be in right now. Grimstone trying to clear out some camps. Because you do have the room right now. Eon Disc on the Jakiro makes a bit of sense, honestly, if you think about it. You got all this pressure on top of that one, and it can give him a good dispel that gives him a bit of a chance to hold on here. But you got to be careful about this one. It does have the caveat of taking quite a bit of time after it's done. Venomancer is clearing out the side quite a bit. Timber has actually moved up quite a bit, to be honest. Had found some good farm here in the game. No question about it right now. At the same time, Linus has fallen a bit off. Not too much, but a bit. Lifesteal is just looking for some more farm, which you want to do as a Lifesteal. As I said, going for the Desolator feels like an item where he wants to further his lead and end the game off of it. Open Wind Lifesteal now makes quite a bit of sense. But that's kind of like the point I take about it. Lina got a bit trapped off there, got dusted up as well. Lina's going to hit a good Light Strike array, but unfortunately there was the Lifesteal there and put her into the ground. Just pick up the Desolator now, so that's going to be a good item pickup for him. 31 to 24, 31 minutes in. Makes sense. Grimstroke has another Kaya. Yasha's going to follow up soon enough there. Shiva's going to go in there. Quite a bit of pressure once again there. Another binding on to this Vengeful Spirit, and that's going to be a big problem right now because down there has another life there. It takes still a bit of damage here. Lion's trying to hold on as much as he can. Meanwhile, on the bot side, they're pushing in right now. Lion is still trying to sustain himself. He invest on the Timbersaw, so that's going to be another play about that one. Comes in from the side. Gonna pop out there, gets a pick off there. And now Venge is going to be in an interesting position right now. There are two still left here. Venge does not really have the HP to really do much about this one. And they're going to just run her down. Timber Chain goes in there, and that is going to be that one gone. You can see them really racking up the advantage. And I find it funny that they think that was a Shadow Blade. You're just pushing out there, gets caught by the lion there. Finger of Death, Aeon Disc pops. So that gives Jakiro a bit of sustain for a moment. And I think that was my biggest mistake in this game right now with the Venge play. I think I played that one just badly out there, and after that I just kind of caught myself a bit more. But I played a bad mid game. I could have done a lot better with this Venge pick. No doubt about it. 10k gold lead for this Dire team. They are 34 to 25 here as well. Oh, good chance. Lifesteal took quite a bit of damage. His silence up, pops the rage, so has to find a way out of this one. Lina goes inverse for a bit, tries to find something. There's an infest going on this silencer. Let's see if they actually realize that. Light Strike Array hits the silencer. He is not in good position. The infest pops out of there completely now, tries to do something about it right now. Hex on top of the Venge. Venge is trying to pull back a bit more here in this fight right now. They're trying to find something. Lion is not looking good, goes down now. That's trying to find a way out of this one. Gets rooted up by the Atos and just goes down to the Lina. That's a pickup. The two go down. That's a bit of an aggressive play here. Venno's getting chased quite a bit by the Lifestealer. Managed to dodge that one. Timbersaw's coming from the side quite a bit as well, so there's quite a bit of an aggressive play. Stun on top of the Lifestealer. Lifestealer is dropping pretty low. Venge gets knocked into the Ghost for Lifestealer is taking still quite a bit of damage. That's all good. Timbersaw is not looking good here as well. Gets hit by the Atos here. And Venge is still alive because they didn't really want to fight further with this one. Meanwhile, while the Venge is technically down, she does have the time to farm, and she's going to probably take advantage of this one quite a bit. Here, Lina with the wise choice, picking up the BKB, which is an essential item, honestly, in this game right now. You got the Grimstroke who's putting pressure on you. You got the Lion with the stuns and everything, and then you got the Silence. Timbersaw and I think Lifesteal are the two that don't really do much against it with the BKB, but it is just what it is. There's the Yasha and the Kaya there for the Grimstroke, so that's another position to be in. You're gonna have Death just on top of minions there. It's just kind of like a thing. Skullbasher on the Lifesteal, so he wants to get on top of somebody and not let them go anymore. And that's going to be a very important part about that one. With the Skullbash, he actually has a chance now to threaten Roshan, which makes a lot of sense, honestly. Could threaten quite nicely Roshan with that. Venge needs to catch up pretty badly right now. It's going for the Manta style now. Okay. Actually, that's done, so that's going to be an interesting point about this one. This is the thing about the buyback. He tried to get on top of the Jakiro. Jakiro wisely used his mantle, his good Glimmer Cape there to get out of dodge there, and this could actually give him a chance. Silencer gets Silence up there, and he gets swapped in there, and that's a death. Well played by the Vengeful Spirit there with a great swap. Got on top of that one. And that's really what you want to see if you're a Vengeful Spirit. Bring the Lifestealer back. Lifestealer doesn't want to be in there. Bring him back into the fight. Let him have it. And that worked out well for that Radiant team. And now we're 29 to 36 right now. 7k lead, and Lifestealer is down on the ground for more than a minute. This is a good chance really to get some plays into the card right now. So, stun on that one, tries to Timber Chain out of there, but not really much about that. Light Strike hits him in the Macropie, and that's a dead Timbersaw, and the lead is slowly melting. We're 36 minutes in there, and it's slowly the lead is melting. We're gonna see the roller coaster go on further right now. Grimstroke walks out a bit there, gets swapped by the Venge there, gets picked up there immediately, no chance whatsoever. Silencer goes in with his ult there, but not much else they can really do about that one. They don't have the Lifesteal up. Timbersaw's in the ground, Grimstroke is in the ground. You do have the Lion, but he's been slowly falling off in this game right now. Oh, Silencer gets caught out. The Laguna Blade and the Light Strike Array put him into the ground, and that's 4 down. This should be right now the time where either the Radiant team go for broke with the Baron, or you try to push in some more towers. Those are the two options you really have to take right now. However, looks like Radiant are not going to elect to do either right now, which is a bit of a misplay. I'm part of that as well because I am pushing top side there. Jakiro gets jumped by the Lion. Finger of Death comes out of there. The Ian Disc wasn't off cooldown yet. Glimmer Cape gives Jakiro a bit of time there. He's found, however, there. Gets a good freeze there. Lion Walk's actually in that one. Light Strike Array hits him as well. He's dropping pretty low. BKB's being popped there, but the Skull Basher does go through that. He's trying to do as much as he can. Macropie misses quite wide there. Poison goes through there. They get a Silence onto the Lifesteal. Lifesteal is pushing in still further for this one. Vengeful Spirit still not in there. Infest on the Timber Saw. There's a chance for the lifesteal to pop up, but he doesn't do that. Timber Saw still has the Infest here on him, but right now we are 38 minutes in. We're only got off a 4K lead anymore for the Star team. They're slowly falling out of this one, but it's looking fine, I would say. Right now they're holding up right now. Both teams have been exchanging blows, and we're 32 to 38 right now in favor of the Star team, so they are doing quite nicely with this one. We do see the tower push going further. And now Lifestealer is going to go for the tower. Immediately that tower is gone. Once again, a good Atos. A lot of damage on this Lifestealer. Not enough to put him into the ground yet, but it does make him wince a bit. Has to even pop the Rage, so this is going to be a very interesting situation. He's going to go for the Satanic next item up, which is a big power spike, and honestly, that's probably one of the last item power spikes that this Lifesteal will have. I mean, I get why he doesn't pick up a BKB, because he technically has the Rage, which is a pretty good item anyway. We got now the Timber Saw with the BKB, and that Grimstroke's BKB just went down. Hex on this one once again. Finger of Death comes out of there. Venge takes quite a bit of damage, goes into her second form. Still puts up enough damage on there. Gets hexed up by the Lion there. Takes quite a bit of damage here. Lifesteal is still going for some blood here. However, they're not finding completely what they want to do. They do put down the illusion as well, so there is nothing for the Venge to be there. And that was once again a bad overstepping of the boundaries there from the Venge. Is that 6 and 11? Not going well for this one right now. Willing Death hits the Lina, but she's still trying to walk away with the Shadow Blade. Timbersaw looking for some more blood. The Steel takes a bit more damage there. Grimstroke gets another copy out of this one. Lion's taking quite a bit of damage. They are misplaying this high ground play right now, I would say. Grimstroke takes quite a bit of damage. Silence comes out. The poison will go. Pops now. Silencer gets hit by that as well, and Lion. So now there is a jump out of there, and all the bash is in there for the Lina. No chance to get out of that one. Dire find themselves back on the point of a 10k lead, so they haven't completely fallen off the wagon here. We're 41 minutes into this game. 41 kills for the Dire team. So a kill each minute from them at least. And Radiant with 33, not looking too good right now, because they have been, I feel like, a bit underplaying their potential here. You see the Venge is pretty far down the list right now, and that's a big part of this lead right now. And said Timber caught himself up quite nicely in this game. Really did well to catch that one up. Gonna go for... Is he gonna go for something else? That's the next question, kind of P-player. Lion's going for a Heart of Tarask. That really what a Lion should go for? Not too sure about that one. We're still at a position where a lot can happen, where we're still quite a bit into this game. We're 41 minutes in. Nobody's really... The Dire team had a chance to break high ground. Didn't risk it, really. We do have Roche available as well, so... If I was Dire, I would have probably went for Roche in this play right now. You got a bit of time. Radiant are pretty much reeling from that last push there. Didn't really get much out of it, and you would get it. So Lifestealer now has the Satanic as well. I don't think he's going to pick anything else up anymore. I'm not too sure about that one. I feel like he should probably still pick up a BKB. I don't know why. Why he shouldn't do that, because I feel like giving yourself another immunity would be a pretty good choice. Especially if you're the Lifestealer in this game right now. You're in a spot where you are. Timbersaw gets infested once again, so that could be a very dangerous position to go about right now. They are looking for a high ground push. That's the one thing Dire really needs. They need a good high ground push. Interesting. Yule's on to the Grimstroke. Wants to give himself a bit more, and next is going to be a Hex on top of that one. I feel like the Silencer should try to pick up a Hex as well, but I think he wants to be a bit more aggressive, as you can see kind of with his itemization here. He has that Dragonlance, which gives him a bit more room here right now. As I said, I feel like that would have been a great pickup. Oh, Timbersaw gets on top of the Skywrath. There is now the pop from the Lifestealer. He goes in there. They get a hit here completely. There's a try for this one. Lifestealer's taking quite a bit of damage, but there's not really much about it there. Still trying to find a way on to this Vengeful Spirit, and that did disrupt him quite a bit here, honestly, right now. And takes quite a bit of damage further here. Macropie goes out of their hits. Unfortunately, no man. This one, Glimmer Cape by the Silencer. Meanwhile, Lina topside is pushing in the tower, which, with how it's going, it's buying them quite a bit of time. Timber comes out there. They go in for the push here. This could become really risky right now. Ryan is holding up as much as he can. Hex on top of the Venge. Venge still trying to put as much damage in as you can possibly can. Gets taken down for the first one. Puts a bit more damage, and Stun there is in there. A bit more mana is being stolen. Venge is probably going to go down in this fight. Yes, goes down, and that's probably going to... Okay, Lion dies there as well. I was going to say, this is probably going to open up the bot tier, the bot racks here for this Dire team. We're 43 minutes into this game, and we're still going. Lion does have Buybacks, so that's something. I don't know what. You know how to report what? I don't know what that was, but okay, cool. Very, very weird. Oh yeah, I think the Skywrath was talking still about some things here. If I remember correctly, Skywrath was... I think I saw it in the chat, because I'm pretty sure I think I saw the Skywrath like chattering that's all the team's fault and everything about it. Which is very funny, honestly. Because I feel like he has had a bit of an issue most of the game. Skywrath playing more for himself than really for the team as a support is kind of an iffy situation most of the time. Jakira takes quite a bit of room there, and okay, so we do see the Hex is halfway done for the Grimstroke, could become a lot more dangerous. I said my issues right now, I'm playing really bad on the bench, and I feel like I got in there later on, really, but... And I say later on as we're 45 minutes already into this game. That's kind of funny about that one. Aghanim's now done for the Timbersaw. That gives him, if I remember correctly, like a chain or something like that. I think going for Roshan makes a lot of sense right now. It's a pretty good situation to be in. Yeah, the Aghanim gives some reactive armor, which is a good thing. A flamethrower, I don't know. It's quite nice, to be honest, but it feels a bit meh. I'd say most of the time. Roshan, easy pickup there. Yeah, no, Timber has to pick up the Aegis there. So this is going to be a very interesting situation. Grimstroke overextends quite a bit, gets stunned up there, goes down to the Venge. Not really much to be done about that one. Well, nice play there. And so Aegis is up. It's a 4-to-5 situation. Technically a 5-to-5 situation because there's the Aegis in play. If you pick up the Timber, he's going to have another opportunity to play this one out. Infest on the Timber, so they're gonna go. They do have high ground opportunity here, so that's something about that one. Stun goes out onto the Timber. And just walking around, picks up that one. Why he's not close with the team, I don't know. Eva's being popped there, BKB as well, so there's a lot of investment from the Timbersaw here, and that could cause a lot of issues. So Yasha and Kaya being picked up as well from the Skywrath. I don't really know is just how he is really in this game. It is what it is kind of situation, to be honest. Timbersaw gets on top of that one. The Infest is still going on. Venom is in not the best position, I would say. Sees the silencer there. Could go for a play there, but it would be risky. Goes for the poison there, actually. Gets a bit on top of him. There's a lot of play about this one. Force Staff there. Timbersaw is going to come in probably for the Venom. Venom's actually used quite a nice Force Staff there. There's a bit of damage on top of that. That one's one down. There is the Macropyre. There is the Freeze as well. Stun onto the Vengeful Spirit. Oh, Timbersaw's dropping dangerously low, goes down. That's the Aegis onto the ground. Lion's holding on as much as he can. Lifesteal's once again stunned there. Takes quite a bit of damage. Lifesteal is biting almost the dust there, putting a lot of damage on the Venge as well. Gets a stun there. But that is the first one. Goes on top of the Skywrath. There is going to be a lot of damage to be put on. Stun as well. Once again, there's a freeze there and slowly going down. There's the Lifesteal gone to the Jakiro, and now there's another opportunity, and Venge barely holding on here. Dodges that one. And now that's gonna be that play. BKB picked up by the Vengeful Spirit. Makes a lot of sense if you watch that last fight. That was actually, well, not this fight. It was, I think, 1 or 2 fights before that where you kind of considered, you know what, where you started considering, you know what, I need to sustain myself in these fights. Otherwise, I'm pretty much toast. We're 49 minutes almost into this game. Oh, this is quite a bit of low there. Does this go down? So that was a bit of a misplay there. Timbersaw comes in there, gets on top of Skywrath. Does a lot of damage. Akira's going to come in there. The flamethrower is being thrown out here as well. Complete damage on top of that one. Freeze on the Timbersaw. But Timbersaw is holding on as much as he really can. Peeks out of dodge here completely. And Grimstroke looking a bit wary here. They should have already probably gotten the second pair of racks already here. 7 seconds till Veno's back, but right now Jakira's the only one there they're going for. Silencer is going for a pretty greedy push. I don't know why they're diving this far right now. They wouldn't be diving. They could have had this racks a long time ago. And maybe that is what could cost them later on. What could cost them later on, we don't know yet. But you see the net worth chart is gonna slowly start moving into a favorable position. We are 18k still ahead for this Dire team, and we're 50 minutes into the game, so we had a lot of Dota already behind us, but still both teams are looking at each other who can pull out the next play, who's gonna be the one to pull the trigger to get the next advantage in here. That's gonna be a very important part. Lifesteal picks up the amplify damage. Roshan not up yet, but right now the raiding team want to avoid the lifesteal at any point right now. Till the amplify damage rune is gone, you want to avoid as much as you can. Grimstroke is building Agana's Blessing, so gonna get a new slot in there. Makes a lot of sense, honestly, with another Grimstroke. Timbersaw has a lot of gold left and could spend some. Steel takes a bit of damage here, has an Abyssal Blade down, so he gets a point and click stun as well as his normal bashes. All what you want to see. Grimstroke going for the Glimmer Cape as a last effort. Interesting choice. Was gonna think that would be something bigger, but interesting. Right now we see Timbersaw moving along, burning down some trees. I don't know why he would do that, because the trees are kind of his play right now. Because with the Timber Chain, you have a good field here. 51-30. We got one set of racks completely gone. I think in the mid, did they take it out as well? No, the racks are still standing here. So this could be a really big point about this one. I got him. Now on the Jakir, what does he actually get for this one? He does get an upgrade. Oh yeah, the Macro Pyre with the ice. Really good upgrade, honestly. Really good upgrade. Probably a bit earlier would have been nice, but it is what it is. So a 21k lead for the Dire team. 49-38 in favor of Dire as well. Grimstroke is not even close to the fight, so it could get very interesting. Grimstroke is going for a pretty greedy farm right now. Will it cost him? Who knows right now. We've got we had a lot of Dota in here. The Dire team feel a bit wary of this fight right now, which is kind of interesting because I feel like they could have probably played it a lot earlier there. Timber walks in there, hits immediately the BKB, so this is going to be very interesting. Silence Lifestealer moves in as well, so gets swapped in there by the Vent. Does go for the Infest onto the Timber, so still taking quite a bit. Lion gets a good stun out of there, but still not enough there to really cause any problems here. Not enough yet. there's still a lot of play left in this one. Grimstroke's still not even moving towards this fight. Grimstroke kind of feels like his team has this one pretty much in the bag, and if you look at the net worth, you see a lot of advantages here for this Dire team right now. The only one who's kind of contesting the Dire team much right now is the Lina. The Kira does have to pop the Lincoln Sphere there. Finger goes out there, not much about that one. Timbersaw uses the Wind Waker to get out of dodge here completely. Has to blink away once again. I still didn't pop out during that, so that's going to be an interesting point. Now he pops out. I think the Impest just ran out there completely. Right now, I would say this is going to be... It's still in a point where I would say if the Grimstroke probably is there, they could probably beat the high ground and just get through the win. However, we're in a spot where I would say Dire doesn't really have much movement left here in this game, but let's see, Courier goes down there. That is the Silver Edge gone, which would have been a big pickup here. Macropie goes out. Ice Path comes in as well. That's a lot of damage to be put on top of the. That's for instantly the Grimstroke gone. There go. The Timbersaw goes on top of the Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit survives. Now Lifesteal is charging pretty far in here right now. Ice Path goes through, gets frozen down. Jakira's putting in some damage here. Venge had to move out of there. Gets a stun onto the Lifesteal. Lifesteal gets hit by a Light Striker Ray. Lifesteal is biting the dust there. Goes down. It's 100 seconds dead. Has a buyback, but a lot of gold went out of their hands there. They lost 3 for that fight. Lion and Silencer are the lone survivors right now. We do have the Timbersaw can get back there. The Venge is looking for a fight here. You do find Lion. Lion gets frozen up, but that was the Aeon just catching that one, and Lion bites the dust there as well, and that's a big drop there. 3 down, and this is not a good position to be in. Silencer's the lone survivor right now. 50. There's a buyback on the Lifesteal and the Timbersaw though, so that's something to keep in mind. 55 minutes, and we do have quite a bit of a drop, I think, if I see that correctly. Yep, we do see this slowly spiking up, so this could be very interesting. We've seen this kind of dipping down here, and we did see some settings for a comeback. See how this one goes. Silencer is still alone. 40 seconds still on the Lifesteal. Stun on top of it. The Ice Pass hit there. The poison goes through there. The Plague Wars come out of there. Quite a bit of poison goes on to the Silencer, but Silencer barely holds on here. Right now he's being poisoned, but I don't think it's enough there. He did throw out the fortification, so this could get really interesting now. Your 2 goes down. 18 seconds. No time left, and there's the Timbersaw back. Lion is down, has no buyback still. That's something to keep in mind. Venge is picking up as much as you kind of want to pick up right now. We're just trying to find some farm right now because he knows he has a buyback. That's something to keep in mind. Butterfly now on this Vengeful Spirit, and this could be a big item spike. This Butterfly could be the biggest item spike in this game right now. You have the... because he doesn't have anything to contest that. And now Lifesteal is going to go for the BKB. Makes a lot of sense right now. Silver Edge now for the Viper is a good pickup there. Lina already has in mind she does need that Monkey King bar. Has it almost done already there. Silver Edge is waiting as well. It's going to be quite a bit of something. Vengeful Spirit does have to pick up a Monkey King bar as well to really get the damage on top of him. I said, I feel like a bit more towards the team would have been a lot better, to be honest. Skywrath is Skywrath. We kind of accepted that he's doing what he wants to do, really, in this game. Ghost Scepter makes sense. The problem is you're getting quite a bit of pressure now. Double pickup for the Lina. It gets the Silver Edge, gets the Monkey King bar. The Silver Edge actually turns off the reactive armor of Timbersaw, which would be a big point to take in a lot of fights. So 50 to 42, 57 minutes and 25 seconds into that one, a 14,000 gold lead for the Dire side. Can they finally close this one out, or are they going to slowly stumble into a position where they don't want to be in? Botanist Greaves here for Greaves, now guarding Greaves for this one. And this is going to be a very interesting situation. They're going to go for the second Roshan. Makes a lot of sense. Are they gonna go for another Roshan? They want to use it. And Roshan is going to be an easy pickup there. Aegis, going to be questionable who the Aegis goes to. They have a banner as well, so they could, if they find a good push out of this one, they pick it up immediately. Aegis goes over to the Lifestealer. Lifestealer needs to sustain himself. And the banner is still lit. So they're taking the outpost. Right now the Radiant team can do something about it, but right now they have to be very careful how they play this one out because they're not in the greatest position right now. A lot of pressure is going to be put on top of them, but they have to consider how to do this. Flying is just ulting now waves, which is very funny to be honest. Ulting now just camps. This could be costly for them, don't forget that. We do have that one. Let's see what we got here. Okay, let's see what we can do about it right now. We do now have all. So Timber is maxed out right now. 60 minutes into the game right now. 15,000 gold lead. Aegis on the Lifestealer. The Dire team have the 15,000 gold lead, so they are in a good position there. They have the Aegis and everything. They should be trying to force something in this game right now. They're farming. I mean, I understand that you just got the Mad Stones for the tier 5 item, so probably want to go for that one. Grimstroke got overconfident there, gets rooted up there and goes down, has no buyback, so Grimstroke is off the board. Lifestealer gets hit by the Macrofire, Ice Path comes out of there, Light Striker Ray as well. A lot is in there right now, there are a lot of pressures being opened up here. Lion goes in there, puts out the Ethereal, gives for the ult there, but still not a chance. Lion bites the dust there. Lifestealer gets swapped in there. Aegis popped. Ice Path goes out. Silencer's trying to survive here, but Lifestealer's going to come back into this fight right now. Trying to find a way out. Pops the Rage. Meanwhile, Silencer did go down to the Lina. Lifestealer's trying to sustain himself here. Has to TP back. TP back to the base. Lifestealer and Timberstar are the two survivors right now. Nothing else on the board. Aegis has been thrown out of the window right now. What is he going to go for? He's going to go for a Lotus off the Timbersaw, so that's another pickup here. But right now, the lead is slowly melting. If you look at this one, you see Lifestealer did bite the dust, has the Aegis, so that's the item that was used. Doesn't show it here, unfortunately. But you had the Lying to going down, the Silencer went down, Grimstroke overextended this, and you see the damage is being pretty much put out by the Lina. A bit of there is as well from that. From the Venge, so quite a bit of something, and you see that it's going to be very dangerous. Evolve Regalia for the Timbersaw. Very interesting choice, to be honest. Book of the Dead on the Lifestealer. Kind of makes sense. You want to create some more pressure, to be honest. So now if we do see finally the Radiant team getting for a push there, get on top of this one. We're 62 minutes in there, and they finally broke the base. They did take quite a bit out of there. Timbersaw tries to get in on top of there. Misses the Timber Chains completely there. Now pops the BKB. Skywrath Mage is not in good position here. Now Venge is trying to hold up there, but Skywrath still getting chased down there. Break on top of the Lifestealer. Lifestealer is slowly melting down, goes down, and now you got the Timbersaw holding on, and now you only have the Timbersaw left. Lifestealer has to immediately buy back, but that's going to just be the Rack's gone. Lion goes in with the blink there, but not on top. Lifestealer tries to get more out of this. Vengeful Spirit did get killed off there, but there's the copy. Don't forget this one. Lifestealer tries to fight off, gets on top of the Jakira. Right now it would be the play to back out of there completely. Silence onto the Jakir. Jakir's trying to find a way out of this one. Actually finds a way through the Macropie. And that means we are still going on 63 minutes into this matchup. 53 to 47. Only a 3,000 gold lead left. So this lead is slowly melting down, and you can see this happening. Lifestealer has had to use the buybacks, so that's another thing to keep in mind right now. Buybacks are going to be essential now. And you can see this right now. Everybody, except Lifestealer in the top, have buyback, and honestly, a lot of them are on the brink right now, which is not a good situation to be in if you are this Dire team. You had such a lead, and if we look at this graph, this was one big fight, and you saw it spiking up after that, really. I'm still going for the push here right now, tries to get on top of something. Venomancer bought back here. Vengeful Spirit is still the copy there. Don't forget that. Broken on that one. Picks up the line. Lifesteal's not looking good. Is it the Macropire? He goes down, and that's a big cost right now. He is down for 2 minutes. 46 seconds left. Grimstroke has to find a way to do something about this one. TP's on top of the top side, but not really much about that one. And I feel like this could be actually an opportunity for this Radiant team to actually just pick up the spot they want to do. And you see Lee, the Chikiro and the Vengeful Spirit just going for a push right now. Chikiro's pushing up right now. Venge trying to get some help out of there if they can pick up the Timber. So I feel like there could be a big party about this one. MKB now on the Vengeful Spirit, so a lot of damage is going to be on that character right now. Grimstroke is backing off there, and next up is going to be even the Lunar Blessing to get the Aghanim Scepter without having that spot put up there. Lina goes into this play right now, trying to figure out something here. However, Lina gets a good stun up there. They do get the tier 2. Oh, Timberstall's there as well. Lina's in a bad position there. Has to be very careful about this one. Chakram puts her down. Has no buyback, so that's one character with no buyback right now. There's a lot of pressure being put on top of this team right now. And Veno's getting chased quite a bit there, but there's going to be now the Timber finds a few friends, and the Vengeful Spirit is not going to give him a breathing room right now. Grimstroke is not in good position either, and they're taking quite a bit of damage. Grimstroke gets swapped in there and completely knocked out of this fight. Oh, does get invis for a moment. Should be popping up soon. Actually managed to survive this one. That's not looking good. Root on the Vengeful Spirit. Lion gets another good stun there. Finger of Death does not do enough damage. R3 comes out of there. Grimstroke trying to do what he can here. Silencer moving in now. Gets hit by the copies quite a bit there. Is not looking in a good position there. Grimstroke has to be very careful about his life here as well. Whoever dies now, they do have the lifesteal up in about 5 seconds, so that's going to be another opportunity. Timbersaw wants to get some pressure on. Jakiro's not looking good. Timber Chain and Whirling Death put him down. We're right now in a position where I would say this could get very, very interesting now. We do have 30 seconds up till the Lina's back on the clock. 88 seconds till the Jakiro's on the clock. Everybody's up on this Dire team right now, but their lead has melted into nothingness. We're about at 1k lead. I mean, at this point, I feel like gold is not that impressive anymore, because you gotta just have the good usage of your items at this point. But we're 66 minutes into this game, 66:50 into this game and going on. Timbersaw gets on top of Skyrat. Skyrat does get a root there, goes for the ethereal, and there was the Wind Waker once again. Quite a good play here. Skyrat's still surviving here, barely though. Timbersaw keeping up top on him. Goes for the flamethrower. Skyrat does not really have much about this one. The flamethrower is going to come out. FCA comes in there, picks off the Skywrath. This is not what you want to see if you are this Radiant team. You want to lose as little members as you can at this point right now. However, what it's done is done, and you got to figure out how to play around this right now. Grimstroke putting down some wards, making sure nobody can sneak in and take something out of this one. But I don't think that's going to be the option in this game. I think we're going to have one big fight, and then we'll figure out what goes on here. If we look at the itemization right now, yeah, everyone is technically full build at this point. Let's be honest about this one. Everyone's full build. Everybody's got a party here. Going to be very interesting how this one goes about it. Oh, Timber just walked in there, got taken out, comes up back with a TP, immediately a buyback. So that high ground break did not work in this position right now. Very interesting. So Venge picked up the Witch Bane, gives the dispel on everybody, which is very interesting, and Subjugate, which could become really interesting towards this game right now. Seeing both teams handling themselves a bit here. Dire has a bit of a chance to still starve them out, no questions about it, but at the same time, problem is, Radiant, if they win one more fight, I think it's game over for Dire. And that's kind of the fault we're in right now. Roshan is not up till in about 5 seconds, so that's an opportunity to be done about this one. Dire don't know that it's going to be up about then, so they are going to look probably for a push. Vengeful Spirit walks back to regen some HP up. This is a wise choice right now, just to get some HP up. If the next fight's going to break out, you want to take advantage of this one completely. However, Dire go for Roshan. We're 39 minutes in. 39, what I'm saying, 69 in. Radiant do scout that out. They do know that they're in there. They don't want to really risk. Can't really risk going for this one, to be honest. If you risk this one, lose, you immediately lost the game off of it. That's kind of like the bad part about it right now. We do want to see the buyback status. So, Lena and Vengeful both have it. Everybody except Skywrath have it. Oh no, actually Venno doesn't have it either, but Venno doesn't have it because he did use the buyback. So, Lena and Venge do have buybacks. They're going to give it over, so that makes a lot of sense, honestly, right now. Gonna give over the Roshan once again to the Dire. We got everything popping up. Aegis onto the Timber Saw. We got a Refresher Shard. We got a banner. We got some cheese. We got a lot of things on the card right now. We're gonna see how both teams play this one out. So, Aegis on the Timber Saw. He has a second life right now. Lifesteal has to be very careful. He's just half-life, so if he takes a bad fight here, he could go down, and that's going to cost him dearly. Grimstroke gets a good throw in there. Uses the Glimmer Cape, so that's going to be on cooldown now as well. The big one's going to come about this right now. Timbersaw looking for an opportunity here. A lot about this is going to happen right now. Vengeful takes another hit there, which is not really a good choice about that one. Lifesteal is not to full HP. The fight is going to break out at some point soon. That's something to keep in mind right now. This fight is going to be the most important fight of this whole game right now. We're sitting on top of this. The lead is pretty even right now on both positions here. Timbersaw comes in there, Infest on that one, jumps out of there. Does not do much damage right now, and now Lifesteal is immediately being blown up here. He's lost all his HP here. Timbersaw lost his life as well, so that is going to be the Aegis gone out of this part right now. Grimstroke does get an ult off here. Timbersaw is still hovering around there. Gets stunned up now. It's not looking good with his HP pool, and he's dropping low. Lifesteal did use the buyback. Magpie goes out in the middle lane. Line is burning pretty much brown. Ice Path hits the silencer. 2 down already, but they both have buyback, so that's at least something for this team right now. Both have buyback. Cheese is on the lifesteal. He didn't manage to use the cheese last guide? Or did he just pick it up in between? So, a big lead right now, so right now lifesteal has to be very careful how he plays this one out, because if he dies once more, he's gone off this deck. And whoever dies now, I think Timber does have a buyback, doesn't he? No, he does. He has a still on cooldown. So if Timber dies, he's gone off the board for a long, long time. Lifesteal just used his buyback, so that's not going to be a good position to be in right now. A lot of plays are going to depend on this one. Grimstroke and Lion do have buyback as well as Silencer, so there's a bit of that one. Lotus Orb now on to the Timber, so he can't afford a... He doesn't have a buyback anyway, so that's going to be not one of his problems, to be honest. Grimstroke looking for an opportunity. Alina just goes on. The Rax takes out the Rax immediately here. And Lifesteal comes in from the side. He's taking so much damage already. Macropie comes in to swap back into the Macropie. He's gone. He's off the board. He got a dieback. That's a bad problem. Silencer comes down in there. Timbersaw is still holding up. Meanwhile, Avenge kills on the side. The Grimstroke, he does have a buyback, so he's going to come back into this play. Global Silence being popped now. However, the Ancient turrets are gone. The Ancient is exposed. Is there much they can really do? No, there's not. 37 minutes in there, and GG is called, and Radiant turned this one around and pick up the win. And Skywrath, who was talking crap the whole time, now said GG as well. Anyway, that was a banger one, so thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to, and hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye!